Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Gather around and hear my story. My name is Cleatus, but you can call me Uncle Cleatus. And I have another creepy story for you. So, back in like the late 70s, there was a situation where after the radio and television stations go off, you have all this static on the air. There's no infomercials, no other shows on. It's just the broadcast ends, and now the studio can relax and people can go home. So you have all this white noise. If you fall asleep, that is. But the thing is, when you fall asleep during white noise, there are things that happen that people are not aware of. Take, for instance, a young guy named Timmy, who his mother always said, don't fall asleep with the TV on. And he said, yeah, I won't. But she worked the late night shift. And she won't be back until 8 in the morning. So he was up watching TV. And as expected, he'd fall asleep. When the time comes around for the broadcast stations to end their, signal, the white noise comes on his TV. I guess after the Pledge of Allegiance of the flag and all that good stuff. So it was one particular day he was watching TV, and that night he fell asleep. In such a deep sleep, the white noise comes on after the broadcast ends. And he wasn't aware that things were happening, especially when the clock struck 3 a.m. There is a power that manifests itself during that time of white noise. And he wasn't aware that things were happening while he was sleeping. An entity was trying to gain control and manifest itself from wherever it's coming from. That's one thing people don't realize back then. The static power of white noise can empower someone from another dimension. And so this creature, feeding on the white noise while young Timmy is asleep, finally gained enough energy to manifest itself out of its barrier. And eventually it looks around and sees young Timmy sleeping. And this is the perfect time to invade his body. So as he is sleeping, the entity creeps over to Timmy and kind of melts himself inside Timmy's body. Now Timmy is unaware of this, but inside his mind, he feels someone is trying to take control of his mind. And eventually the entity is strong enough, daring enough, he finally takes over. So, it's around a little after 8 a.m. and Timmy's mother arrives home and wonders he's up for school. As he comes downstairs, he looks at her. She looks at him. And she was like, oh, you was staying up late again, huh? Because all the bags under his eyes. And he had this hollow look of expression on his face. I told you don't stay up late. He looks at her with a quizzical look on his face. And he said, well, I'm going to make breakfast. So she goes in the kitchen, starts making breakfast. Young Timmy had a demented look on his face. As his brow frowns up, he goes in the kitchen behind his mother. And she asks, what do you want to eat? And then all of a sudden Timmy grabs her neck from behind as she tried to struggle. But Timmy's hold is strong and hateful. He squeezes the life from her. As young Timmy kills his mother. As she lays there, her life being exhausted, Timmy looks down with a maniacal smile on his face. And he says, I'm not hungry. Then Timmy goes back up to his room and closes the door. The end. So sometimes we trust our electronics a little too much and not wary of the powers they possess. So heed my warning and watch your devices, because your devices may be a porthole to hell. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you in your dreams.